Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his newest expert on the expert series, Adrian Hernandez. How you doing, sir?
Good morning. I am good. I'm excited to be on the call today.
Oh man, you know what? I am so glad I talked to you last, because then I could go work out, and I'm just super jacked. So thank you for all you do.
I love it.
I love it. So hey, one of the things I want to do here, I'm going to say something that might be controversial. That way, it's on me, not on you. But I talk to lots of real estate agents, lots of brokers. I get invited to talk to teams, which is so cool. I'm going to say that 90 to 95% of brokerages do not talk about, share, encourage their real estate agents to get in the business themselves, which I think is just a huge mistake. And so I wanted to put that out there. See if you agree, disagree. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm going to start with that controversial topic.
No, I 150% agree. And someone who used to own a brokerage myself, I understand, and I have been in rooms with nothing but brokers, and there is not conversations about trainings. There is not conversations about what the brokers are going to do to help the real estate agents grow a portfolio. 90% of them are all, and I would say 99 actually 0.5% of them, right?
Yeah.
Are actually just teaching how to go out, work with buyers, work with sellers, and use their escrow so they can cover the overhead and business expenses and earn money, which I understand, right? On a business perspective, I get it. But we, and especially you real estate agents, we have to be aware of this, and we have to start to open up our perspective of what we think this real estate business is. It took me 5 years, Zuber, 5 years. For me to finally have somebody go, dude, you need to start buying property. Like,
yeah, what are you doing wrong, dummy?
And I think I've explained this before. So there were two different offices when I first started. Our office was high volume, go out there, take expired listings, work with for sale by owners, list as many properties as you can. And when you get that money, buy nice suits, buy fancy things, go lease nice cars. That was one office. The office next door, right? And I just want to touch on this. The office next door was that 0.5% of brokers out there. Okay. And what they did is they told everybody who worked for them, you cannot be an agent with us unless you use your commissions to buy property.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that. That is awesome.
That's what the broker was doing. Now, let's fast forward 5 years, 6 years later, right? Both companies sell. One company sells for 4 times the amount than the first company did, that was all teaching all the agents how to, take expireds, work with and buy fancy stuff. The other one was teaching them how to buy rentals, and that business sold for 4 times more. And most of those agents own more property than most people that I know in that area. So it's interesting, guys. And I'm talking about this because I get passionate about this. I want you all, let's make sure we are following Zuber's advice. One rental at a time. The moment you get into Sally real estate, the day you get into Sally real estate,
it's got to be on your mind. If you got to pay back student loans or do something, fine. But yeah, you've got to own property. It's the greatest wealth generator for hundreds of years has been real estate. Get on it. And again, what do I talk about, right? I was lucky enough to talk to some agents about a month ago, maybe 2, and we just broke down a buy box. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Agent, you support Southern California or, San Diego or Los Gatos, whatever. But if you're going to be a real estate agent, you need to get micro-focused on your buy box. San Diego is too flipping big, too big, right? As an agent, sure. But as an investor, too big. Buy box, really tight, look at it. And again, that is your flipping job. You should be able to do it much faster than the average person. I tell people it takes 60, 70, 90 days. If you go to the office every day and spend an hour in your buy box, and then you have all these tools, PropStream and all these other things, you could learn your buy box probably in half the time and just crush it.
Yep. And most of think about how many deals are inside of your real estate office.
Yeah, you get first sniff.
Right. And instead of them listing them, selling them someone else, you buy them. Yeah. But guys, okay. So I got in this business at 19 years old. I'm 32 right now. Oh, I'm sorry, 32. I just turned 31. Jesus Christ. I just aged.
I know what happened.
Aged myself. All right. I'm 31 now. Got into the business at 19 years old, guys. I want you to think about this. I was 26 years old when I finally started thinking, oh shit, I need to buy real estate. All this money that we're making in commissions and all of that, that is nothing more than a vehicle to help you get to where you want to go. It is not the end game. It is not the end result. And if that is, I just want to let you know, you're going to be calling expireds and for sale by owners for a very long time.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to go back to is that office number one. I grew up in a culture, sales culture, not real estate, software, where the sales leaders, the first line leaders and second line leaders celebrated, encouraged the nice suits, the watches, the new cars, right? It was a game to them because if you got them financially constrained, they would theoretically work harder. Yeah. Let me just tell you, that is not a good life. A lot of people that I worked with when I was in my 30s, washed out, had very bad health. Because again, I'm 50, so 20 years later, I've seen what happens in that culture. It feels good in the moment. Long term, man, it's not a lifestyle I would wish on anyone. It's just don't do it. I have the suits, the belts, the shoes. Don't do it. It's no. Get a new circle. Don't get around that.
Long term, it's not worth it. I wish, Michael, in 2012 and 13 and 14 and 15 that I bought 5, 6, 7, 8. You have no idea the FOMO that is going on in my mind on why I didn't. And I was right there. You were right there. I had the deals. I sold them off. But again, guys, I was getting coached a specific way. Yeah. So we need to know who to listen to, and we need to know who not to listen to.
That last one is really important. And I just want to hit that again. There's a lot of channels on YouTube here that are preaching things I don't want in my brain. Don't watch them.
There are so many rabbit holes right now that I'm choosing and just blinders.
There you go.
Real estate, buy real estate, buy real estate, buy real estate, buy real estate. Like it, and it's funny because I'm in my buddy's Ferrari last week, and I am like in my mind, Zuber, I'm like, I'm buying this thing.
Yeah, I want one of these too.
I'm buying this, right? And then I had to go home just to realize, like, no. Why? Because you're gonna have to get on the phone and you're gonna have to make that payment, right? Why don't we go create some residual income, and let's make the passive income from these rental properties pay for that Ferrari. Is it gonna take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, maybe extra years? Maybe.
Who cares? It's awesome.
At least I'm not having to get into the office to pay for that damn bill.
Yeah.
But you guys, again, this is hard for me. I'm being vulnerable here.
Yeah.
This is very hard for me because I go on the gram and I go hang out with my buddies, and they all have really nice cars, and I love cars, and it's extremely difficult for me. But I got to remember, right? And I want to touch on this. You said get a new circle. That's why I'm surrounded by people like Zuber, like Ty, like Omar, like my buddy Eddie Salinas, right? Who doesn't allow me to drift that way.
Yeah. We will pull you back. We will set your mind straight. Absolutely.
Even my buddies that own the cars, they're like, no, dude, follow your path, right? You have a different path, right? A lot of them own exotic cars and rent them out.
Yeah, not happening.
That's their business, right?
Yeah. Yeah. For me, what I would do, right? Because I've always played with that idea. I would say, hey, $4,000. I need $4,000 in residual income or passive income. And I might even create a series on it if I ever decide to do that. It might take a couple of years, but who cares? I have the $4,000. It pays for the thing. When the thing's paid for, I still have it. Plus I have it's just, maybe we'll do that as a series or something. That could be fun to do. So Adrian, how can people follow you, get part of your world?
Instagram, YouTube at Adrian Hernandez. This was fun.
Thanks, buddy.
Please do me and Michael pick up that book.
You got it. Thanks, buddy.